Hi, by my brothers and sisters. Has your heart been kind? So we are still in the four boundless qualities, and we are the last one, the fourth one, the meditation on sympathetic joy. So mainly here's most of the practice is the rejoice. We have to think over and over again and again, really deep of our mind, to glad, truly glad that the people, the successful and they're fortunate, the positive things. It's not only say in the mouth, oh, very good, oh, nice, oh, not like that. It's really deep of your heart. You think that's excellent. Rejoice. And it's more, furthermore, you can say this human being or this being or this like have lot of the power. I mean good power. Power is many different. Have bad power is not also, already I mentioned yesterday, it's not the object of the rejoice. This is the object of the compassion. But a good power, through this power doing very excellent activities, benefit for others and themselves. This kind of power, or someone have, like small examples, someone, a lady is very beautiful, rejoice. And someone's a boy very handsome and how do you say? Equivalent. Someone's a very nice talker. In like public when talk is really amazing. But these things also is the private, the quality there, like individual qualities. We need to rejoice them. Sometimes in our societies, the people is too much ignorance and also is too much selfish. It's really bad. It's happened in this country, for example, where I'm living in Belgium. In Europe, this is exist. I think it's not only Europe. Maybe it's in another countries also some exist, but it's maybe they have a different way this doing bad things. For example, the like few years here, a boy he's love one lady. She's very beautiful, really beautiful. Then slowly this lady, we don't know why, but this lady doesn't love this boy. She fall in love. I think she'll fall in love with another man. Then this boy, the first previous or the first boyfriend, is so angry, and what he's thinking, because she is beautiful. Now he doesn't want to leave this she like beautiful. So one day when she's get out from the bus, then he throws something like a product very bad. This productors totally her face is like burned out. These things is coming from the jealousy, and this is come from the selfish. Instead of now what we need, instead of we have to rejoice who have this kind of qualities, beautiful, handsome. This is like physical. There are other qualities, of course. Their quality of the speech, quality of the mind. All of them is the object of rejoice. That is important. That is our practice. The reality is like that. If you are angry or jealous, or you cannot get this one. What you got, this is you got. You cannot get the others. Just to make like a bad accumulation if you think this bad thing. So this rejoice is also very important, and this is like the this is the antidote of jealous. Also, this become a little bit antidote of the selfish also. So you think if someone have these qualities, or they become rich. Also, there's many people they don't like the jealous. They don't like the rich man, rich family. Even this, it really exists. It's amazing. Cannot how to say amazing? Maybe positive words. It's unable to imagine someone. Even someone have like good cars. Some areas they try to something like how to say doing something this car. Even you're going with like your keys, make like how do you say in the car? I don't know how English. How do you say? So these kind of people is many in our societies. Why is nice house, nice car? They are rich. This is the how do you say? Because they previous life they did fortunate things, good things. This is the object of rejoice. Why we angry? Why we jealous? That is really bad. Who are become rich? You need to rejoice. You're angry, you're jealous, you can't get even 1 cent from this person. Just you make problems your mind. You generate the emotion, negative emotions. You create or accumulate the bad karma. So through that, there's many things, bad things coming. That's why rejoice is very important. Someone rich, someone have qualities. We need all the strength, wealth, learn, and like good qualities, whatever they got. We need to meditate on this from the heart, deep heart. Rejoice. That is important. Of course, if we ourselves become rich or something like famous, lot of qualities, we can also rejoice ourselves also. This is sometimes important. Even the small things we have qualities, we need to rejoice. Thanks my previous action life, I did something good things. That is now in matured or ripened now. That is you can also rejoice. But instead of that, you cannot have something mm, arrogant. Now I'm rich, I'm famous, I'm something special. You are nothing. You cannot generate your arrogance because this you are enjoy your rich with those qualities is 100% impermanent. Even you are so rich, maybe your rich families you are rich, but individually you are going one day past away without anything. Even you cannot take sense. Just use something like a rent good house. You stay for a while. You think this is my house, but it's a reality. If we think carefully, we are rent a house. House is like can stay hundred years. A human being, we can't. So it looks like we are rent the house. So just we rejoice. Right. During while I'm staying in this house, very good house. You generate your joy, happiness. That is the which is like useful for our mind. Otherwise, I have big house. I'm very famous, rich. You cannot stay forever in this house. There's something the impermanent is, will be occur. So these kind of like really gentle way we have to. We are now training our mind. So like a gentle way, think vast way. You can say it's not just to think in front of us. Just today, maybe you. Some people like this. Generally, you are not something like rich, nor quality, not special. You are also looks like normal people. One day maybe you have got lotus. You got lotus, a million lotus. From there, maybe already you change person. When you talk is change, your act is change, behavior is change, because through you got some. Fortunately, you got some the lotus. Now you think I'm the forever like this. No, never forever like sim. This kind we need to little bit think general, like intelligent way or vast way. Or this is a maybe a little bit too much. This blah 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 blah. So this is like rejoice. The sympathetic joy is the example, given example. Uh, a mother camel finding her lost the small baby, camel baby. They're given this example, but I don't know this why. Maybe in the animal, or I don't know all the beings or animals. Uh, the I think normally it's all the mothers they love their children. When they lost their children, their baby, surely this like enormous, enormous uh, the sufferance. But they given this the camel. They said something like a camel is have the camels, but they are considered their like most affectionate mothers. Maybe it's possible. Okay, doesn't matter. Anyway, like the mother who very have emotion or affectionate to the their baby, their children, then we can imagine how they suffer when they lost their children. But then if they can find their children back, then of course, sim how they happy. So here also the example, the sympathetic or sympathetic joy is the camel when they lost their baby and when they get back. But anyway, this is some examples, of course. When we like precisely think, then something we can find. Then like this is like this. This doesn't matter. It's many people like many people they ask something like these things. Then it's like this. This is we call like follow the words. Follow the words. In the words we can find some like. If we make like more details, some found false or something. Then it's not. This is something like opposite. No, this example is maybe not exactly 100%, but just this is some example. Well, we have to think generally how is like what kind of rejoice is what kind. What is the rejoice? What we can call this sympathetic joy? What kind of practice? What kind of the trend in our mind? That is important. Anyway, for reason, the four boundless qualities are the cause as to the develop genuine bodhicitta. So why we need to practice this like four different boundless qualities? These are all of them is like methods to develop or to arise the bodhicitta in our mind. So since like that, though, so we need to, until the bodhicitta truly arise in our mind, we need to practice those things for boundless qualities. This is like a method to arise the bodhicitta in our mind. These four boundless qualities, also if you like, how do you say, resume you can resume one single practice. What is this? That is like sambazombo, the good mind, good heart. To cultivate all these like four boundless qualities are this. This is only the main root is the good mind. We need to good mind to train the good mind. Like easy way, if you make like easy way as possible to understand the good mind. This is a good mind. This is like four boundless qualities in the single phrase. You can say kind heart. Just to be training ourselves have a kind heart, always, any times, any situation. That is our practice. So that's why it's Buddhist somehow sometimes looks like very difficult to practice the Buddhists. This we can't, this we can't. We have to think this way, this way. This. There's many things we have to offer something. We have to say something nice with. We have to press stressing. We have to make like a kora, circumambulation or something like that. There's many things to do. Buddhist is very difficult. Make souls, something like blah, 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 blah. Or then it's the other side. These are we can't do. These are we can't do. Many things. But those all of these practice is the methods of to arise a good mind, bodhicitta in mind, or to become like a good heart always. A good heart is the main point. Then if you think one way, a big good heart is the if you are really have a good heart, then you are perfect, great Buddhist practitioner. Then it's not very difficult. Only you control your mind. Only you turn your mind forward the sympathetic. Yes, sympathetic, kind. That is the main practice of Buddhist. You know, there's stories in the world of my perfect teachers, Rinpoche already through these whole stories. The George Padanatika, he had sick his hand, and he put his hand the Domtomba's lap, and please can you bless my hand? Because you have the good mind. That means if you have a good mind, you can bless the others. You know, sometimes it's of course myself also like when you bless in my house, bless my things, bless me. If you carefully think, how bless is, if someone is okay doing bless something things, how is it affect this? We think something things, you know, clothes, some high lamas they blessed, then we think this something like very special. But we can't see its blessing. So these kind of stories we can see, like bliss is, if you have a good mind, then it's what you did, everything is go. The direction is a good fortune. So if you have like a good mind, then the actions also become like positive. If you have like a unkind intentions, then the old actions is become like negative. So the reason when you say good and bad, it depends your mind. It's not something like action out. We can see by our eyes. There are also some stories in the world my perfect teacher already we saw. You know, this someone when they traveled on the path, on the road, he saw when the Tibetan we call Tsatsa. Tsatsa is the stupa. Stupa made by earth very small things, just symbolic stupas. This we call sasa. Then he thought this is this sasa is made by earth, only just earth. There's nothing some protector, not like cement. Cement is okay with water, it's no problem. The earth is when the rain, then slowly it's destroyed. Then he thought, this sasa is, if just live on the earth, there is no shuttle, no protectors. When the rain, then this destroy. Then he looks around, he found the shoes, already like broken shoes. Of course, someone is never throw out the nice shoes, especially the ancient times. Everywhere is poor. When you have shoes, it's like really the run out until there's they use. Then it's totally you cannot use, run out. Then they throw out like this. You can find. Then he put these shoes is on the tasa, the stupa. But his intention is very good because he want to protect from this, like destroy from the rain or something like this. Then another come, a person is traveled there. He thought, really it's bad because stupa is which is the object of our refuge. We pray, we prostrate. Now someone is put under the shoes, very bad shoes. That's very bad. He take away this from the shoes. He throw out these shoes. So this is a positive. The opposite. The actions is these two persons' actions opposite. But finally, both of them have very good virtue they did. Something like, of course, we don't know this, but this is like a Bodhisattvas news. They can see it behind. I mean, behind means like they can see the causalities. We can't see causality. So this body looks like in our the eyes we can see opposite. So we don't know which one is positive. But finally, both is positive. That means that's showing also like intention, motivation or intention really. That's why the Tsongkhapa, he wrote a poem, special poem in Tibetan. Sometimes we wrote, without any vowels. Only consonant. This is like the way of writing the poetry. He wrote one poetry like this. In Tibetan we say Sambak Zonda Satang Lamyong Sam. Sambak Nganna Satang Lamyong Net. Oh, sorry. I haven't used this one. Sambak Nganna Satang Lamyong Ngan. Tamchu samba to laralipi, to per samba zonlam bapriki. That is also, this is very good, how do you say, reason, clear. Phrasal, not phrasal. Yeah, I forgot this word. Anyways, he says, in the intention is good. If the intention is good, then the levels and paths are good. When you say levels and paths, maybe we can see something like path is 5 paths we have. Levels 10 Burmese. Maybe not necessary to connect this level and this path. Okay, here when you say level and path, level is and path is here. Maybe we understand the actions we are doing things. The level also something like the result where we get. Whatever you do, you are doing things, this is maybe part. Finally you get the result. This is the level. So when you have good attention, then you are doing something. Even you are going to travel somewhere, okay? This your path, your travel path there's no obstacles. Everything's fine. And your goal, you want to reach somewhere. You will be reached there. When you reach there, everything's fine. Something this way also we can connect. It's not necessary always like the Burmese and the paths. So where your intention is not good, it's bad, then what you are going to do, you are doing things also is not successfully. Even successful, maybe something like a bad result after. No good result. So, since everything depends on intentions, that's very important. Intention is important. It depends what we are doing. Go good or go bad because of attention. So always make sure they are positive. So the main points, always we have to control our mind. Parents control their children. To make showing children's the, I don't know, path, or how do you say, future. We have to control in showing the way where we have to go in our mind. Only the single, we need to only occupy one single thing, it is our mind. I can say maybe this easy way. Only this is important. So it's not somehow if we analyze or if we think, it's not so difficult. Also our mind is not something, it's common. If it's common, maybe it's difficult to control. Our minds only is can control ourselves. Nobody can change if you're really stable person. There's some people is not really stable. That's why it's follow the always others. Someone say this one, okay, really this one. The another one say, change already mind. That's not very good. You need to find your way. We have to find our ways through our intelligence, through our study. Of course, we need to study and analyze. We thought study, okay, I can control my mind. I follow my ideas. Maybe your ideas may be wrong. That's why all the masters also they studied when they child time, young times. They analyze and they copy the positive persons, great masters, great persons. Copy, train, at the same time analyze more experience, technical experience, then they developed their mind. That is important. So if you have always, you learn, practice only the kind thoughts, a good mind, then all your wishes, like lifetimes, will come true. Surely it's become good. Here's, you want to know, you need to know something. You know, this is exist. I already met some people like this. I practice a good mind and make many prostrations in the offer things. Always I have many problems. Sickness coming, obstacles, doing something, obstacles, problems. What happened this? Where is the result what I did, the positive things? Be careful. This is already, you looks like your motivation is not very good. I'm doing the good things because I'm waiting for result for me. This is not really Buddhist. Okay, maybe first for the beginners it's okay, but it's not really Buddhist way. Buddhist doing something positive without any expect. Am I wrong? This word expect. Sometimes I want to, because I'm doing good things because I want to something like good things. For that reason, myself. You are waiting something. Then maybe this result is not going well, because this is not the Buddhist way, the Buddhist practitioners' way. The Buddha and the Bodhisattvas, they taught without selfish. We practice something, doing good, benefiting others without selfish, without thinking ourselves, without result for us. Totally 100% generate or dedicate for the others. Then is the result also pure. If you are doing the cause is not really pure, then maybe result also not pure. This somehow we have to understand. This is some important to understand. Otherwise, many people, few people I met, I did good things, but always I have some problems. When my friend or something like in my area, they're doing very bad things always, but they're always successful. This is maybe too short our eyes can see, We can see only today, few months, few years. We can't see previous many lifetimes. We can't see in future many lifetimes. So we don't know. Just we are saying we are like measure or we are like examine only short times. That is also important to know and important to analyze, to develop the intelligence this way. So the main reason, the point here is always try to be good or kind heart. Cultivate a kind heart. That's important. So the aroused Bodhicitta, the classification, the Bodhicitta have a different way. They have classifications. Maybe we don't need to go through all of them. Also, there's something like classification according to based on the three degrees of the courage. The example, like the Bodhicitta, the king, like a king, the Bodhicitta like the boatman, and the Bodhicitta shepherds. This is already Rinpoche explained a lot, so not necessarily true. But only I want to resume. There may be some according to some class, maybe they say other side. I mean, like in our tradition, we say the best one, the Bodhicitta, is the example, is the shepherd. Maybe then others, maybe they say also it's possible the king, because king is powerful and the ruler all of these countries. So looks like very strong and very vast. It's possible. But in our traditionals, we say the perfect one is the shepherd. So how is it going? We are thinking, for example, the king normally is the selfish. King is the first priority is himself. His like palace and the entourage. Then is we make like more benefit maybe this country. So first is selfish. That's why we are not saying the perfect one, Bodhicitta, the example. The boatman is a boat because to arrive the other shore safely, this is like all these passengers and himself. So both together. That's why we put middle. We consider this as middle. Then the shepherd is he not thinking himself. He is thinking protector is the sheep through the or by the I don't know this many the like wolf and like bears. There are many animals they attacked the sheep. I have this experience because I'm a nomad. So they have to protect it really day and night, 24 hours. This is very important. Otherwise, after all the sheep is gone, finished. So they are thinking always keeping the protect this sheep. That's why in our traditional this the Bodhicitta like was a sheep is the perfect one. Okay, these examples, whatever you think, that doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. But the way of why they say this perfect is this way. Then also classification according to the Bodhisattvas levels. We say this also is it's important to understand because the Buddhi, how do you say the generate Buddhi, the Bodhicitta. We can already generate Bodhicitta. We can. Then who is in the Bhumis also they are doing. Until the Buddhahood. The Buddhahood, of course, it is like when the Buddha become Buddhahood, then is this automatically. Maybe not generate. It's automatically. So, what is different these Bodhicittas? Then they given the examples. For example, the path of accumulation and the path of the junction. This Bodhicitta is like we say practicing with aspirations. The Bodhicitta by practicing. That means we are now training. We are the generative Bodhicitta is not real. We are like a training. We are copying. And we have like a wish to have this great Bodhicitta. That's why I said this like Mupichopa in Tibetan is like aspiration Bodhicitta. This looks like aspiration. Then is from the first Bhumi. 2 until the 7. 7 Burmese. You can say the first 7 Burmese. That time the 7 Burmese, the Bodhicitta, we said this is like excellent and the perfect pure intentions. Why is this because pure intentions? Because the still is not like perfect, really excellent, but we can say perfect pure intention. These 7 Burmese according to the traditional Nyingmapa's traditional, we think there's we say there's 2 obscurations: emotional obscuration and cognitive obscurations. Then after the three Burmese, 8, 9, 10s, we call this like pure levels, 3 pure levels. Then that times our bodhicittas we called like the arisen bodhicitta, fully matured bodhicitta, fully matured. Why we say fully matured? Before, so not full, because there's 2 obscurations, emotional and cognitive. These 3 pure the Burmese, we don't have any more the emotion obscurations. Only very, very subtle cognitive obscurations. That's why we say fully the matured bodhicitta. Then in the Buddhahood, the level of Buddhahood, this bodhicitta we say free from all the obscurations. Why we say? Because the first 7 Burmese we have 2 obscurations. Then after the 3 pure levels, we have only the subtle obscuration. It's not emotional but cognitives. Now it's in the Buddhahood that both is totally eliminated or totally is finished. So we say like the free from all the obscurations. So this is like 4 different levels according to our level. Then also the Bodhicitta, the classification according to the nature of Bodhicitta itself. This is important. There are 2 types: the Bodhicitta, relative Bodhicitta, and absolute Bodhicittas. This is very important. Even the relative Bodhicitta, absolute Bodhicitta, of course we don't know because still we haven't this. But relative Bodhicitta, so we know and we have to practice this through this relative bodhicitta, then we will get the absolute bodhicitta. Relative bodhicitta also have 2 type, different or type, or how do you say? This have like attention, intention, and application. Intention and applications. This is the division or like the relative bodhicitta. This we have to know because this is we are practicing now. We need to practice this intention and application. Through this intention application, one day we will get the absolute bodhicitta. This is very important to know, and also not only know, we need to practice this how do we say, 2 bodhicittas. It's very, very reasonable way, very, very easy way. There's example in the Bodhicitta or the Shantanewa said, wishing to depart, and the Satan out upon the road. Very easy and very short. We have something like this is example. We are going to somewhere. So first you want to, okay, this year I'm going to holiday to this place. This is like intention. You intention something now for your holiday to depart there. But still, you have few months you are not going. Then one day, okay, today, now I'm going to holiday. You settle, Satan out upon the road. You are now really going. This is the application. So same, we are doing the benefit for others also. First, you need to this attention or your ideas. If you don't have ideas, then you are not going to do the benefit for others. First, you need to ID, but it's not enough only ideas. You really you need to settle up. You need to really do it. This is, for example, if you say they practice generosity. Generosity, if you say, I want to really to help the being who have sufferance, difficulty, life. Doesn't matter human being or animals, insects. Many beings they died by hunger, for example. I have some quite rich. So I want to do first intention, but finally you cannot do because you also some maybe strange things arise, stopped you are doing these things. Then your bodhicitta is not completely. Only you have something like intention first. That's good things, but finally you didn't do it. If you do really, you are doing. This is applications. That is different. So, for us, we need this both, one by one, step by step. For example, the Bodhisattvas, the main practice is the six transcendent perfections into practice. That is the main points. When you say, for example, you decide to practice the generosity, decide really I'm going to generous, and also preserve discipline, cultivate your tolerance. It's important. If you don't cultivate your tolerance, immediately you don't control your mind, emotions you're angry with. This destroy your mind, destroy the others. And also apply the diligence. Apply diligence, very important. If you are not diligent, or dharma, or maybe it's not dharma, your life, you cannot successful. You need to diligence. If you are read the stories of the masters, it's really amazing. They did effort, diligence. That is impossible for us. They did like this, then finally they got this result also. And also remain in the meditation, absorptions, and train your mind in the discrimination wisdom. These are in order to establish all the beings, not only you, not only your families, all the beings on the level of the perfect Buddhahood. That is the practice, the Bodhisattva's way. This is all we called also this like the application aspect of the Bodhicitta have like two, this they not two. There's Bodhicitta have two, aspiration and applications. These are, if you do this sixth transcendence, really you are doing this thing. This will be called application, Bodhicitta. That is very, very important to know and to act. Of course, we can't act as the Bodhicittas, the Bodhisattvas. We are still not level there, but we need to go there. Otherwise, immediately we cannot jump there on their level. Slowly, the Bodhisattvas also, same they did. The step by step, finally they reach the Bodhisattva's level. So this is we have to keep in our mind and do this way. In the through the training in the in the Tolem is the accumulation, the path of accumulation, and the path of the junction. You train in this like Bodhicitta, which is already we mentioned. Then slowly, one day, you can reach the path of seeing. When you reach the path of seeing, that times you have the real experience of the suchness or thusness. Anyway, this is something like the natural state of all the things you have got experience at that time, that level. Until there's you cannot get this level, this experience. But just we are imagine in the copyings. Then first we are now mentioned all these things, the Bodhicitta, relative Bodhicittas. Now absolute Bodhicitta, how we get? First we need to practice the relative Bodhicittas the right way. Then slowly you through going up, I mean like develop more and more, then first the path of accumulation, then you will reach the path of junctions. Certainly you can't get the absolute Bodhicitta. One day you can reach the path of the seeing, first the Burmese, at the same time, then you have, arouse the absolute Bodhicitta in your mind. When you reach the path of seeing, the wisdom is beyond all elaboration that times. The truth, the emptiness you can see. Before that, we say emptiness, but it's emptiness we can't see reality, the emptiness, real emptiness. Just we are imagining. That's why sometimes emptiness something like empty house, empty space. Not really this when the Buddhists say emptiness, it's not something emptiness as it's space. So that's why we don't have experience. Difficult to imagine. One day, then the absolute, the Bodhicitta, through the inner quality develop, then you will get through the meditation. That's why we need to train our mind, train our meditate relative bodhicittas more and more. Then you have slowly more develop inner quality and more have a deep experience you will get. Finally you reach the path of seeing, then you completely you can realize the nature of emptiness. That times at the same time you got already the absolute bodhicitta also. You got or you arouse in your mind the absolute bodhicitta. From there, your bodhicitta is have power, strength. Then it's really, really, it's totally special. Maybe you are doing in in this path of seeing the path accumulation and like a junction, doing many lifetimes the path of seeing. Maybe 1 second you do bodhicitta is something like a strength is totally different because you have absolute bodhicitta. But to get this absolute bodhicitta, we need to train. We need to. It takes the time. But we cannot say, oh, this maybe takes the time year and year, lifetime and lifetimes. We can't do. We cannot think like this way. If you think I can't, then you're never successful. Always you are going down. You can go getting better. You cannot getting better. You cannot develop. This is we can see, for example, in your garden. You say, gardens, there's a lot of things to do, so I can't do. Then every year your garden is more and more worse. More and more is messy. More and more is like, how do you say, getting worse. Not a nice place. But you do every year, every day, every month, doing little by little, clean up little by little. After a few years, your garden is really amazing garden, very nice garden. This is like that we have experienced what we do in our life. Same like this way. The bodhicitta also first, of course, not easy, but it's if you doing continuously, diligence, effort, continues, without any, how to say, like inner courage, or I can't do. Then you can develop and you can go into more, and you can get more and more experience. Then more and more easy also, more and more fast also. Something like you trained well, okay? First you train well is heavy, not fast, difficult, but you continue. If you stop, then it's more difficult to start. But if you continue, then it's a little bit more easy, become more and more easy. But this will is more and more fast. Same, you practice the bodhicitta also. First difficult, very maybe it's slowly, but more and more fast. Fast means like you have, even you practice 1 second, you have more powerful. This is I'm saying like fast. Okay, a little bit, a few minutes over. Sorry. We stop there today. Thank you very much for your attention, and good rest after we going to listen together our Rinpoche's teaching.